G'day, this is Captainoob, and this is a CR56 AMAX. This is a weapon that has been ported from Call of Duty. Which one? They're all the same, aren't they? Just kidding. This one's the one from Black Ops 6, part of the Black Ops 6 Season 3 weapon pack by Bethesda COD Modding / Warfighters Workshop. I previously looked at the HDR. It was very overpowered, very unbalanced. I expect this one to be similar, but as with all Call of Duty mods, this thing has custom sounds, custom animations, a lot of customization, mirroring the version in its native game. The CR56 AMAX is based on a real-life firearm called the Galil Ace, which is manufactured by Israel Weapon Industries. It has been in service since 2008 and to the present day, so in terms of modern weapons, they don't get as modern as this thing, which probably means they're using it right now, and unfortunately, this one hasn't got the legendary effect of doing 50% more damage to unarmed civilians. But that's neither here nor there. They probably run this site, so it's probably best that I don't bite the hand that feeds, right? Besides, I think the legions of blue-haired liberals screaming in America about Palestine are putting the point across just nicely by themselves. Obviously, Carla's not included in that. She's not one of those. Although I must question the use of the slogan Free Palestine. You know, they love stuff that's free, so they're obviously going to go in there and try to take it. And with that drive-by, I think that's the elephant chute out of the room. Now we can focus on the weapon itself. So let's get into the customization. First of all, you've got the receivers. Auto Advance is your strongest, giving us a very respectable 226 damage per shot and a damage per second of 1600, which is very strong. You could probably stop there and have this weapon be perfectly serviceable, but no, that's just the tip of the iceberg. Damn it, I did it again. Don't worry about that. Next, we've got a legendary effect provided by Legendary Modification. Skip over that one. And now we can go to the sights. A bunch of COD sights, some scopes down here if you want a bit of a zoom in. This one's got a 7x multiply. If you want to go sniper status, then there's an option for that one. But I think we'll just keep this one basic. We'll find ourselves a nice open reflex sight. This one looks sufficiently Eastern enough to make it work, I suppose. And next, we've got the magazine. So standard, extended, and there's little ones, a big old drum mag, and jungle tape flip mag, but obviously extended magazine like that. I mean, how could I say no? Massive round capacity. It's not going to tell me how much. We'll just have to see when we get this weapon out. And you've also got the kit, which is just a little thing that Warfighter does to help you, gives you the COD perks on the weapon itself, which is pretty nice. So let's do something like faster reload to offset probably the penalties of having this drum. Other notable perks from this thing include the Ready Up, which regens your AP faster. Marathon increases your amount of action points. And there's Perceptive, which gives you the VATS Enhanced legendary effect. Very, very strong indeed. So they're the good ones. They're all created equally, but it's nice that they're all there. We have the ammo types. Go down to the bottom, you find a very Fallout flavored one with a little bit of extra rad damage and energy damage to go along with it in the depleted uranium rounds. But the strongest damage one is these hollow points, which doesn't appear to enhance the enemy's armor against it because obviously your penetrating power is sort of lost in a bullet that's going to split upon impact. But that's strong. Very strong. 2600 DPS just from using these hollow point rounds. There's also cryo, deals freezing damage. Does it freeze them? Who knows? Incendiary. Bit of energy damage, some flame rounds too. Armor piercing, pretty helpful, but overall, I think the strongest is going to be the hollow point every time. Next, we've got the proficiency. This is just extra damage if you feel like it. It's held back by the commando perk, and we're going to bowl again. So up to 100%, and now we're getting 3200, almost 33, and 452 damage per shot. But the fun doesn't stop there because we can increase this thing's range a little bit. The strongest range barrel appears to be the CHF barrel. Cold Hammer Forge, I believe that means. Someone said that in the comments a couple of videos ago, so that's pretty nice. We've also got an option for a suppressor that'll boost our damage even more thanks to Ace Operator. It will increase our range thanks to the fact that we've got extra nominal barrel length, so, you know, usually they reduce the range for a balancing perspective, but that's completely backwards, at least from Bethesda's perspective. With this mod, we could also attach a little fun laser sight on the bottom of this thing, which will increase the range if you use that one. This one has the huge range increase. Really? 71 range from a laser sight. Cool. It's like a high-tech thing. It makes your bullets go faster when they see the laser. Your bullets flare through the laser. That's my only explanation as to how that would happen. There's also an option for a stock. Most of these have the flavor text. You'd probably be seeing it a little bit as I'm scrolling through here. We'll go for a heavy stock because it needs to be heavy duty, right? And I wonder if there's a grip under the barrel. Yes, there is. Here we go. And you have some grips under there. for recoil. You can also have one with a laser sight there, so it'll be a blue and a red laser sight. I wonder if the hipfire is going to be really good now, thanks to the fact that we've got 2 laser sights on this thing. Who knows? Okay, I've kind of made a little bit of a mess here, but this weapon is going to be effective. 622 damage and 4500 DPS. Nice. Whoops, I missed the pistol grip. So you can also change the grip of the pistol. I mean, with this kind of damage, is that going to make that much of a difference? No, but this one appears to improve aiming speed. So on this sniper status one, that's the best choice, I think. The CR56 AMAX is craftable and a chemistry workbench. Just scroll down, find weapons, and you'll find this one. You need adhesive, aluminum, plastic, rubber screw, and steel. No perks to make it, so very easy to get. Just gather these supplies and you can just make it at level 1 if you feel like it. Alrighty, so here we are outside of the Immersive Gunners Plaza, and here is our AMAX in first person. Check out the bash animation. Blows up a car in one shot, so there you go. And if you shoot this thing, can't exactly one-shot a car from back here, but here's a reload animation. It's kind of normal. Normally these are blink and you'll miss it reload animations, but I think these are just fine. And this weapon actually has a little bit of recoil. I'm gonna have to wrestle with this thing to keep it on target, which I actually quite like, because otherwise it's going to be a little bit too easy. But now that it's actually kicking a little bit, I'll be having to put a little bit more effort into shooting stuff. I don't have to get a whole lot of shots into my targets, but still, it's something. A quick look in third person, that's what it looks like. You've got a reload animation in third person as well. Seems a lot faster than the first person reload animation, but that's cool. There's a little bit of clipping with that laser sight integrated into the foregrip, but I think that's all well and good. Next up with the sniper status, the longer barrel, which has a lesser range stat than the barrel that we were using before, but don't worry about it. Also, the jungle tape magazine giving us 25 rounds only. No scope sway when we crouch with this thing, but still a little bit of recoil and spread when it comes to using this thing. So yeah, probably won't be as effective as I was thinking, but that's okay. We've got the damage to sort everything out, so, you know, a little bit of recoil getting in the way of my killing is probably a welcome fact. And here is the third one. This one's loud and proud. I've just got an advanced receiver and the hollow point rounds. Everything else is pretty much as normal. So for the iron sight enjoyers, if you happen to wander upon this video, then there you go. We've got that. And lastly, we've got this one, which is supposedly the scope with a lot of zoom in, but no, it's just like a reflex sight. But this one has an extended magazine, no suppressor on this one either, different barrel. So yeah, get started. Also, we've got a jetpack along with the outfit today because we're going to be flying. We've pretty much got a leotard on. We've got a VTOL Raider harness and a bit of Diajulia gloves. It's not really that much going on here, but I think it looks cool. Since this weapon is going to be massively overpowered, I thought, screw it, I'll put a jetpack on. May as well fly around if I've got a weapon like this. And I suppose we'll just begin. Oh, okay. So having a 25 round magazine is not going to matter all that much if I'm one-shotting everything, I suppose. Now this one, I've specifically put on stuff that makes the aim down sights faster, which you do aim down sights faster, but it still has that sort of fade transition when you look down the scope, which is kind of disorienting. But it's a very fast fade. I don't know, I expected it to be at least 2-3 shots, but, you know, I've put these attachments on, the only fault is mine when it comes to this thing. Anyways, let's jump right in. Go at a slow motion, maybe third person a little bit. And fly around. Actually, in Call of Duty news, I heard that they have ceased all of the collabs for the time being. Probably because they were getting away from the Call of Duty tone and everything, right? Stop throwing Molotovs at me, prick. Yeah. Following the response to Battlefield 6, you know, doing away with all of this Fortnite bullshit in their shooter, COD have decided, we're just going to dial up the Fortnite stuff a little bit back, just a little bit, which is funny. It's the power of free markets. I mean, people got sick of that shit from the very get-go, but since it was making them so much money, and I guess all of the normies didn't really give a shit about the more Call of Duty military aspect of it, you know, the Michael Bay military porn stuff about it. They didn't really give a shit about that. But these hardcore players some of them probably dropped the game from it, which I think is kind of odd. So this weapon is pretty much crushing everything. What do you expect, honestly? Even this one, when it's slightly less damage, thanks to the fact that it doesn't have a suppressor, it's just sort of steamrolling everything. We'll go over to this one now. It's probably my fault for making things as overpowered as they are. I mean, it's a little bit more justifiable on a sniper. I mean, it was a 50 cal, right? And the rate of fire is slow, but it can't just, like, knock over things and kill everything in, like, 2 seconds flat. Like, if you pop them all in front of me, every single gunner in this place, all in front of me, I could probably finish them all with just one magazine without sneak attack criticals. So let's just dial it back a little bit, I think. Okay, time to take on the Swan. For all of the variants, I've switched the proficiency from 100% extra damage to 0. I still think we're going to absolutely crush these guys. Yeah, that's almost 1 mag. If I hadn't have used the first couple of bullets against the Super Mutant Suicider, then yeah, okay. Okay, let's not this time. No sneak criticals. Okay, this should be a simple enough task. Just gotta shoot this ghoul man and then he'll die. Probably just slightly out of range. Still hitting for almost 150 from back here, but yeah, he's gonna take a while to deal with these little mosquitoes and flies and everything. So as he comes closer, we'll be able to get more damage into him. There we go. There we go. The first time the combat music has popped up. But even then, just crushing him. I wonder if we get a massive bash damage. Not really. It's a little bit too easy, isn't it? Okay, let's go over to our suppressed one. We'll take out a few invisible gunners. The turret's already killed them. Oh, I see someone. Go watch for the predator. Make sure I don't do any friendly fire nonsense. Oh, okay, that guy's stealth boy wore off at the wrong moment, at least for him. He'll come flying in slow motion.
Glad that's over. What do you need, dear? I'm almost done patching up the spare blanket, but I'm about to run out of thread. I think school tucked away in a drawer somewhere.
It's straight back to business as usual. We're not just going to acknowledge the fact that we're attacked by a bunch of headless gunners. No, we've got to wrap up our blankets or something. You know what? Let's keep this jetpack nonsense going. Why not, hey? So we'll go over to third person. Try to get some ghouls. We've got, yep, some Grim Reaper sprint happening. Do we have a third ghoul somewhere so I can crit this guy automatically? No. No, actually, there's one there. Hey, why is he running off? Why is he doing that? It doesn't matter. Oh, hang on. 2. You'll be number 3. It's funny. I feel like some of these bullets aren't even leaving the barrel. Okay. We'll try this again. Let's see. We've got a couple of bugs. Try to find the big one somewhere. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. No Grim Reaper sprint happening. Unless I one-shot it. Oh, there he is. No, back away, foul beast. No, he's run over the top of my head. That's a lot of blood. You sure you could live after losing that much? What is the blood bug attacking? He must be, I must be fooling his, like, his targeting or something. If I fly right above him, like, surely that's not going to get me. No, it isn't. It is nice to absolutely crush this guy for once, though. Even still, like, he's taking a lot of damage from this thing. Like, this guy does not mess around. Now, I wonder if I can get that. Can I get that blood back from him? Does he come with a like a... No, I can't pull his ass off and get my blood back. Kind of need that to live. It's unfortunate. Okay, how about taking on 10 gigantic building-sized My Alert Queens to finish this off? Let's see how we go. Oh yeah, that's 1,000 damage right there. Maybe get a bit of VATS gun through action. He's mutated at least. That's a pretty good start. I was hoping for a little bit more. Oh, look at that damage. Now that it's actually in range. Add some criticals in the mix. That's 1 dead. Carry that little bit of gun through damage into that. Nice. At this moment, I realize I should probably have put a bigger magazine on this thing. Or I could use this one with the suppressor. Slightly better range out of it. Nice. He goes down. She goes down. Okay, so far, so good. Just got to figure out where the rest of them went. Oh, there they are. Popping into existence right there. Wonder if I could exploit the gun through mechanics just to get criticals. I don't know. Don't think that worked, but still. Getting these sneak criticals, just stealth commandoing this. Old school damage ways here. And you know what? Let's do a little bit of VATS, because we've got all these criticals. Let's use them. I'm shooting right through one of them, I think. Okay, that worked. The bullets just kept going. If I find one out the back, I don't know if that's going to be through one. 3,700 damage for the... Oh my god, like bursts of like almost 12,000 damage or... No, it's maybe like 10,000, just over 10 maybe, but still. That's pretty crazy. Our stealth probably won't last forever. Yep, there we go. Now we have to enter the grind. But, unfortunately for them, I've got a jetpack, so I can just sort of float, and they won't be able to laser beam me with their spitballs, so isn't that fun? Looks like this peanut gallery over here is stuck on the hill, so that's unfortunate for you. I'm just going to sit back and blink it from back here. Okay, I've dislodged them a little bit. And now they kind of know where I am, but not really. Yeah, nothing's ever going to beat the flapjack where I took about 20 of these things on and killed them in 2 minutes. But still, pretty good showing from the old CR56 or the AMAX. We'll finish this off a little bit more sportingly with our loud one. That's to say I'm not going to be not cheap about this. We'll just keep on hovering and flying and attacking at its legs. That's the easiest point to get the weak spot. And if we get punched in the face by it, we can just jetpack away. Swing and a miss. Goodbye. And as we jet safely down to the earth, that is 10 of those bastards taken out. And a supplementary rad scorpion in a second. Yeah, he'll pop up in just a second. Yeah.
Nice. Giant scorpion.
I gave you the chance. Okay, so I think you get the idea. So that was a CR56 AMAX. It's about as overpowered as I thought it was, but a lot of this, I wasn't even, I was pulling my punches a little bit. I reduced the proficiency from 100% to absolutely nothing. So, you know, we could have been even stronger still, but even without it, you're just gonna steamroll and crush everything. I always say this, but I think the idea with these mods damage model is it's going to be like Call of Duty where you can kill people in 3 to 4 shots. Obviously that works if it happens to you as well, but since it doesn't, since I'm as tanky as ever, it is just sort of roll over everything and it's just too easy. Okay, anyways, if you want to see this weapon in your game, check out the link in the description. I think the HDR is a better weapon mod because of just... It's not an automatic rifle, so by virtue of its lesser fire rate, it's slightly more balanced. But worth checking out if you are into this thing. I think there's more versions of the AMAX already out there on the Nexus, so if you want a more balanced version, there's probably one by Winter or Aussie or some other COD modder has put that in already, and it's done a better job. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.